Hello Cancerians! Happy April to all my Cancerian Moonchild peoples out there. This is vickieverlie, the Rock and Roll Prophetess. This is the April forecast for Cancer Sun, Rising and Moon. Thank you for tuning in. I'm vickieverlie. I am a psychic tarot and astrology reader with over 30 years experience. We're going to do the main portion of the reading from our tarot card deck that I did, which is the Rock and Roll Tarot deck, and then we're going to pull one out from the Beast Mistress Animal Oracle cards, which is also my own creation. If you're a level 2 Patreon supporter, you'll have access to all 12 bonus cards, and the deck that we're going to use this month is the Story Cards by Kathy Nichols. Really beautiful illustrated deck, and I really enjoy it, and I really get a lot out of it. Okay, let's shuffle up these cards. They have been really shuffled like in between the readings, and now we're just going to use a loose shuffle so that our higher guidance can pull out the cards meant for you in this reading for our Cancer friends. Okay, let's see here. Here we go. Alright, so this is the spread. The very center of the cards is the Three of Cups. So this is a time of happiness and celebration. If anything's going on with you, if there's any kind of birthdays or graduations or any kind of party or where people would be gathering together, it's recommended that you go. You're going to feel a lot better. Six of Rods is like, yeah, I feel great. I'm glad I took a break and went out there and did that. Because you can be, you can isolate sometimes, Cancer. And that's just your way. And you need that. Cancers will retreat back into their shell. If they get too crabby, they're going to retreat back into their shell for a little while, so they have time to rejuvenate, and then they can come out all fresh and new, like fresh as a daisy. I just heard, okay? Another thing that might be happening is if you go out and socialize, there could be some financial connections made for you. Maybe this job or financial opportunity requires a little bit of schmoozing. And maybe you're not really the schmoozing type. Maybe you're more of the I'll stay at home in my pajamas type. But this is going to require you to get out and do some things. Another way to interpret this whole row here is that maybe you get the big promotion, you get the big job, you get the big promotion, you are chosen. Looks like that's happening one way or the other, like you're chosen. And then this is the after, this is just the byproduct of that you end up in a real, hey, let's go party. Hey, I got the job, I got the raise, I landed the big client. And that you're celebrating because of the fact that this other stuff has occurred. It seems like you've been down. It's hard. I think that you have to get a thicker skin, You do have that hard shell, but I feel like there's been disappointments, and then you kind of retreat and say, oh, I suck, I'm no good, I'm just going to go hide and be depressed and blah, 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 blah. And it's like, no, you got to just keep moving forward, keep trying, keep a positive attitude, keep connections going with friends and family. Keep going out there and getting that, that connection to other people. A decision is made, and they're looking at your work, and they likey. I'm hearing they likey, me likey. So they likey. So they're liking your work, man. So there's something that you're doing, but you got to give it room to breathe. That's another thing I feel like. You got to back off from it. You got to give it some room to breathe. You got to give it a little space. If you're just constantly, if everything, your whole life is in the balance, because if this thing happens, or if this thing doesn't happen, or if they like me, or if they don't like me, if your whole life is revolving around that, and that everything is in the balance regarding that, then that's no way. That's not going to help you. That's not a good way to live. That's not going to bring the true success and the true achievements that you're really after here. Take time to break with friends. Take time to do. So what if the work's not done, or so what if you didn't finish your workload, or this or that, or if somebody said it wasn't good enough or whatever. If you take time out with this, then you can be refreshed. You need to be refreshed. You can't just be constantly in this mode of it feels like many of you get kind of stuck in this one mode. I want to tell you now, there is this Jupiter-Pluto conjunction going on the 4th. And not everybody, well, everybody will be affected to a degree, but in your case, especially if you're Cancer rising, it's going to be in your 7th house of relationships. It's opposing your sign, so it's bringing about some turnabouts. And I'm hearing turnabout as fair play, but these turnabouts sure look really favorable to me. To go from the 10 of Swords to the 9 of Pentacles, that's a pretty drastic turnabout, and that is what Pluto will do. Pluto will absolutely bring about some pretty drastic turnabouts. But for Jupiter, it's always going to be favorable. It's going to always be lucky, favorable, for your highest good, for your highest spiritual growth, too, with the Jupiter energy. Okay, let's go ahead and move over and get our animal totem card going. I want to remind everybody, if you're watching this in March, I still am offering the Aries Ingress. It's available once a year for a limited time, always very popular. It's a look at your chart compared to the Aries Ingress, and it's a psychic reading. Now, the Aries Ingress is important. All the Ingresses are important because they change season, but the Aries Ingress is particularly important because it's like the astrology new year, the astrological new year. Aries is the first sign of the zodiac, and this is where it all begins. So at least covers the upcoming season, but you could even look at it that the influence could be for the whole upcoming year. So if you are interested in that, you can check it out on my website or below. All right, let's go ahead and shuffle up and get for our Cancer friends, we're going to find our animal totem for Cancer. Hummingbird, that's love. Hummingbird is love. Hummingbird is love, it's joy. This card, these go together really well, and I would say also the Ace of Cups. These are all very much in the same vein of this joyful elation kind of vibe. Let me read what I wrote initially. Love abounding, laughter and joy. This is laughter and joy. What was I going to say? The elevated vibrations bring glimpses of magic. The fairy folk surely dance nearby. Savor the sweet bouquet and taste the nectar in life. Yeah. Taste the nectar in life. That's exactly what I was just saying. Don't always be, well, they didn't like my project, so I'm going to just be depressed and blah, 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 blah. I'm not trying to be mean. Don't get mad, Cancers. I'm just playing. I'm just kind of giving you a little push, a little jab. Because you have it within you. You have so much love within you. Your sign is the mother of the zodiac. And the symbolism of the mother, the great mother, Mother Earth, these are all things of love and happiness and joy and like grandmother energy, So it's really positive and really favorable. It's available to you. But you've got to partake. You must partake in the joy. I'm going to write that. Partake in the joy. Partake in the joyous. Just partake in the joy. That's going to be too long. Yeah. Partake in the joy. Pass that joy right over here, will ya? 420 is going to be the only... It's going to be 420 all month for those of you out there who get my... I think everybody knows by now what 420 is about. But it's going to be 420 for the entire month. Alright everyone, so thanks for tuning in. I'm going to start shuffling up for our Patreon peeps. I want to real quickly make a small announcement. Many people over the years, I get emails and I get comments all the time about, I just find what they say. People say they like my voice and they find it very relaxing. And I've heard many times people say, I don't even listen to the reading, I just want to hear your relaxing voice. So, and why don't you do ASMR? I've heard that so much. So, I did one video on my new channel. I mean, my other channel, it's not new, it's older than this one actually. My music channel. And, I put one video up. It's rough. It's more like chanting and rain stick, like sort of shamanic-ish stuff. But I'm going to be doing more, and I'm going to be adding my keyboards in, and maybe some singing, and a little bit of singing, but more like talking, maybe subliminal messaging, and inspirational. I'm not sure where it's going to go, but I'm going to keep working at it. So if you do, or you're one of the people who do find my voice relaxing and you want to go over there and check it out, then please do. I appreciate it. By the way, I do appreciate all your support by liking and sharing and commenting, purchasing my decks and my books and my t-shirts and the readings. Everything goes towards keeping this YouTube channel going year after year, month after month. And all of you who have hit the subscribe button down there, I appreciate you so much. Liking, sharing, commenting. Remember that you are love and beauty incarnate. Have a great month of April, and I'll speak to you soon.